Hi again, Katie here. I'm sitting on the floor with my dog, Lola. Lola. Hi. She's like, what are you doing? Get off of my bed. This is my space. I wanted to talk to you guys about why I've been cutting back on eating so much meat. That's why I showed you my dog, because I'm gonna like guilt you into not eating much meat. Yeah, animals are awesome, and maybe we shouldn't eat so many of them. So many of them, but they are delicious. So lately, like over the past year, I have very much cut back on the amount of animal protein I eat. While I don't typically believe in prescribing like one way of eating to anybody, I don't believe in that. I do believe that as a general rule, most people, unless you're vegan, don't need to be eating as much animal protein as they are. We don't need to eat that much animal protein. I mean, eggs for breakfast, turkey sandwich for dinner, turkey sandwich for lunch, steak for dinner, like excessive. We don't need to have animal protein with every single meal. It's not sustainable. There's just not that many animals on the planet to feed how many people are on this planet who want to have meat with every single meal. That's just not possible. Thus, why the production of animal proteins now is so and gross, and the animal protein that most of us are eating is not even really necessarily animal protein. Like that chicken breast you're getting from Costco in a big ass frozen bag that kind of tastes like plastic, probably because it is plastic. Like it's not even really chicken. It's gotten to the point where it's like the food and the animal protein that we eat especially is like mystery meat. I don't even know what it's made out of. We don't want to know. I mean, it's all sorts of additives, fillers. These animals are being fed so many antibiotics. Like we don't even need to take antibiotics as a culture anymore. I feel like we get enough antibiotics from the food that we eat. So, it's just gross. It's just like it's not what we think it is. It says chicken, but that's not chicken. That's one of the main reasons why I cut back. But then also I just started experimenting with having vegan meals, and I was like, gosh, like I feel so much better when I don't eat as much meat. I feel so much lighter. I feel so much more energized. And I'm not starving at the end of meals that don't have animal protein in them at all. If anything, I'd say my vegan meals that I have are much more filling than the ones that do have animal protein in them. What I've been using instead, my favorite sources of protein are tofu. I eat a lot of tofu, and beans. Those two things, and quinoa. Those three things have a ton of natural protein in them. 1 cup of beans has the same amount of protein as a 4-ounce serving of chicken. So, like, there you go. And it's so much cheaper. Like, I have been saving so much money not eating as much animal protein. It's just all around, I feel so much better. And I really think that nobody should, especially Americans, should be eating as much animal protein as we do. I strongly encourage you to maybe cut back to like 1 meal a day with animal protein. The other one, just leave it out and just see what happens. In place, use beans. I think that's a great starting point. Beans are so filling. Most people love beans. It doesn't matter what kind of bean, whatever bean's your favorite, just throw beans on your salad instead of chicken. And at first you might just kind of be irked out by it, like, oh god, like, I'm totally gonna have to go to McDonald's after this, like, totally still gonna be hungry. But guarantee you won't be. Yeah, so, I think it's just like my way of doing my part to not, it's just unnecessary. It's just excessive, and just to cut back on all of this craziness that's being put into how our animal protein is being made. It's just gross. Like, I'm not putting that in my body. I don't even know what that is. That's not a steak. Probably only eat animal protein like 3 times a week now. And I try and stick to really good quality. So, you know, now when I do buy animal protein, I get the good stuff. Like, I get grass-fed, organic, all the buzzwords, beef. I get wild-caught, all the buzzwords, organic fish. I get the really good quality animal protein, and holy cow, does it taste so much better. So much better. Like, you even take it out of the packaging and you're like, okay, yeah, this is definitely an animal. As opposed to, like, again, the Kroger, Kirkland brand frozen chicken breasts. You take those things out and it's like, you could just like use that as a doorstop. Like, I don't know what that is. So I'm spending much less on my animal protein, but what I am spending money on is the really good stuff, and I'm only eating it a few times a week. And, you know, that's the other thing, too. I feel like people have to, like, they get into these mindsets of, like, oh, are you vegan, or are you paleo, or are you whatever, ketosis, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, people ask me that all the time, like, so are you vegan? Like, no, but I don't eat much animal meat, but I do. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll have a great bison burger every once in a while, you know. I love me a really good grass-fed steak, but it's quality over quantity, and I don't need it. I feel much better when I don't. I think animal protein is one of the things that people should really mess with in their diets and figure out what feels best to them in terms of how much to consume. It really gives you a different kind of energy when you don't eat animal protein. It's much more uplifting, much more energizing. My meals without animal protein leave me feeling just wonderful. But sometimes I do. I want to feel really like satiated and like comfortable and full. Those are the times when I have like a steak or some chicken or whatever. So anyway, it's just not necessary. I think we've been fed that it is, and it's not. We don't need to be eating as much animal protein as we are. So give it a shot. Just try, you know, start with Meatless Mondays. Try it for a day. I really think you'll be surprised at how easy it is, and like you don't even miss it after a while. Once you get used to it, it's like, meh. Oh yeah, oops, I didn't eat meat today. Didn't even notice. You know, that's kind of how I've been. So no, I'm not full vegan. Yes, I do still eat meat, but just not half as much, not even 3/4 as much as I used to, and I feel so much better, and I really encourage you guys to give it a shot. For yourself and for the betterment of the planet. Do your part. Okay. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Please comment below. Let me know your take on animal protein. I really want to know. If you disagree with me, please, let's like get into it below. Okay. So comment below. Please subscribe as well. I'm going to continue coming out with awesome videos like this. So subscribe, let me know what you think, talk to me. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye bye.